I have 24 hours to buy and build a complete home gym for under $1,000. Or else. Or else what, Mike? Or else I lose all of my gym equipment forever.
Oh, I've got so much to do. Where's the gym? Where's the gym?
Flashback.
Hey. Oh, hey. How much can I spend on a home gym? How about $20? How about $3,000? No. 2.5? No. Then just give me a number. If you don't complete it in 24 hours or spend a penny over $1,000, you give it away to someone else. Who? How about someone that likes, subscribes, and comments on your channel? Oh, and you have to stop doing this silly home gym stuff. No! I really regret asking this at 10 p.m. at night, but I didn't let that stop me from making some progress straight away. I messaged everyone selling gym stuff within a 100-mile radius of where I live on Facebook Marketplace. Then I hit the hay.
Tomorrow.
Part one of the journey is go and pick up the van, and then I'm off to try and get mats first. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't this idiot measure his car before taking on this challenge? Okay, slightly bigger issue.
Just over 3 foot.
And how is there only 11 hours left? How big is that van?
They're about 4 meters.
At what time would I be able to pick that up?
You can have it from 11 o'clock.
I'll come over at 11 then. So, seeing as I have some more time this morning, I'm going to see if I can source the main 4 or 5 things for my gym. Number 1 on the list is gym mats, aka flooring. I've made this mistake before. Once you have a rack and heavy equipment set up, you just never put mats down. Here are the main 3 things I look for in gym flooring. 1, no EVA foam. It's too squishy and you'll end up with a wobbly rack and eventually it will tear and deform. 2, it needs to be thicker than 10 millimeters. Otherwise, it can also tear or not provide enough support. 3, it needs to be cheap. This is why so many people go for horse stable mats, especially secondhand on Marketplace, like these 2 bargains. Turned out they'd both gone. I looked at some websites selling them, but they won't be able to deliver it today, so it's out of the question for this challenge. And also they're pretty expensive. I'm left with a guy who lives 100 miles away, and it costs £120 compared to £50 for horse stall mats. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. Omar, the nicest van hire person you will ever meet, shows me around the van. He's telling me stuff, but all I'm thinking is, I cannot wait to play with that lift thingy. My singing is cut short as I realise I need to pick up some cash. It can't all fit in my wallet though. I sneak around the corner to stash it just like any good drug dealer would. Alright, just got here. But first, Lewis has shown me the smallest alleyway.
God, it's so tight.
That I need to get the van down.
It's ridiculous. I don't know how I did it. Look at that.
Finally, I get parked up, but more importantly, I get my first chance to use the tail lift. If only I had listened to Omar. How do you work this thing?
6 hours later.
Eventually, I remember Omar telling me 3 times to flick the switch in the driver's seat, and I managed to lower the lift. Look how happy I am. Anyway, me and Lewis, who's moving to Spain soon, chuck the 40-kilogram mat onto the van. I pay him his mullah and say a long, hard goodbye.
Yeah, that's the trees. Look at that. Look how close that is. There's a butterfly on the car.
After this, I realise I'm starving, so I go and get my favourite fine dining meal. I can't believe inflation has hit meal deals so hard. Next, I quickly message a guy that's selling some adjustable dumbbells for £100. These seem like an absolute bargain, so I'm super excited to nab these. Sold, unfortunately. I'd love to get some adjustable dumbbells, but they're not one of my essential 4 items for how to build a home gym. And I'd always rather a barbell, especially on this challenge with the budget. A barbell is just going to suit everyone, whether you're a power lifter, you do some CrossFit or Olympic lifts, or you're just some guy looking to get a little bit stronger and stay in shape at home. And I have another couple of sneaky ideas to nab a bargain, other than just using Marketplace. Hi there. Could I speak to a manager or someone that owns the gym?
They are busy at the moment, they're in a class.
I was just wondering if there was any gym equipment that you were getting rid of or you wanted to sell on.
Okay, if you want to give me a number and then I'll get them to call you back.
So that call came to nothing this time, but honestly, it actually can work. Hey Steve, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks,
I
mate.
do have one little cheeky question as well to see if you have any spare gym equipment.
I've got a lot of high temp bumper plates.
No way.
It was an accidental order, not from our part. So they said, well, it's no use to us now, so you can keep them. I'm sure I can give you a couple of 100 kilos of high temp bumpers, yeah.
That would be unreal. Okay, so that was awesome news, but obviously it doesn't really work for me today because of the challenge and the time limit. He's too far away. There are some other opportunities in my inbox though, and there are even people selling like a whole home gym for £4,000 or £1,500, but that's too rich for my blood. So I found these weight plates literally just around the corner from me, and it's 200 kilograms for £300. General rule of thumb when you're buying second-hand plates is about £1.50 per kilogram is kind of like the going rate for metal plates. And then bumper plates, you're looking at least £2 per kilogram. And obviously brands like Rogue will be more.
Hi, is it Matt? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
On the way home from getting the mats from Lewis, I stop off at a person who's called Matt, ironically, who's getting rid of his COVID plates. Now he's back at the gym.
Oh my God, there's a bear in my oatmeal!
Don't worry everyone, stay calm. I hear they really like money. I hope this is gonna be enough. It's honey, you idiot. Oh, it turns out bears do like money as well. And as I wave goodbye to Matt after our epic adventure, I realise I have less than 4 hours to complete my home gym. And so far, I only have mats and plates in an oversized bag. Right, so ideally I want a barbell, bench and squat rack. Most people outgrow a light pair of dumbbells, but nobody outgrows a barbell and plates. Now, you never guess what, I've literally just found someone selling a bench, barbell and rack for £350. He's not around until this evening, so I'm gonna have to do this later, probably after I put the kids to bed. I eat my dinner outside of my daughter's bedroom while I wait for her to fall asleep. And I strap my weightlifting shoes back on and jump in the Gymobile to Stephen's house, who is 30 minutes away.
I need a miracle. It's so cynical. I don't know the word. Hi, is it Stephen?
It is, mate.
Hi, how you doing?
How's you?
All right.
After a thoroughly enjoyable conversation with Stephen and his son, we get the equipment on board. The half rack slash power rack slash squat rack is likely going to be the central feature of your home gym. So it's important to get this right. I like to find racks with spotter arms or some sort of safety straps. In my opinion, this one is a must. It's far too dangerous to be lifting alone, especially if you're pushing yourself to failure without these. Number 2 is 2-inch spacing between the holes, or ideally 1 inch around the bench press area. It just means you can position the spotter arms when bench pressing so you don't get stuck under the bar and you can still use a full range of motion. 3 is plate storage. Otherwise, it's another expense that you need to buy. Also, ideally, finding a rack that doesn't need to be bolted down. So if they have flat feet, it's better. And also, if they hold plates on the rack, it helps to prevent it from wobbling. And then finally, ideally find one with 1-inch holes. It's just the most generic one, and so it means you can buy other attachments that can fit in there. It also means if you find smaller 5/8 of an inch attachments, you can also buy adapters that fit on them to fit in your 1-inch holes. Here's what I look for in a barbell. It needs to be an Olympic size, so 2-inch sleeves, 7 foot and weigh 20 kilograms. I also like to find something with better tensile strength than 180,000 PSI, if possible. Ideally just have medium knurling, unless you're a power lifter and you want the aggressive stuff. It should have bushings or bearings in the sleeves so that the sleeves can actually spin, and it just helps for lifts overhead and doesn't twist your wrist so much. And then ideally some sort of finish to prevent rust. With a weight bench, ideally it needs to not wobble if it adjusts. This is the most important one, and I'd rather get a solid flat bench than a cheap wobbly adjustable. Ideally, it only has like 1 leg at the front or not too wide feet so that you can place your feet when you bench press. It should be a maximum of 18 inches high and also have durable material that's easy to clean and you're able to grip onto when you're lying back on it.
Finally got it all. Now it's just a case of actually getting it up, and I am really against the clock now. Roughly 2 hours to go.
I'm not gonna lie, but I've got so much to do. I've got to try and take these out because the thing is my mats are not going to fit in here. And then look at all this stuff. I've got
Got to build the whole squat rack and get all this down. And I'm just shattered. It has been a long day. Don't think I'm gonna do it. I mean, someone else is gonna get the home gym. This sucks.
But I didn't want to give up that easily. I get those shelves down, sweep the place into a sandstorm worse than I ever saw in Qatar, and then finally unload the mats from the van.
That was brutal. Those mats are so heavy. Tell you what, I am done. It is pitch black in there. I can't see anything. I'm gonna have to owe someone all this gym. Don't know what to say.
I'm totally shattered. My Whoop score is 16.8, which is like the third highest that I've had.
I'm going to bed. So it's the day after. I'm gonna go and see the garage. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Can you see your excited face? Oh, that is exciting.
I know you're probably about to break down in tears, but after going inside, my wife gave me a good pep talk and gave me her phone so I could have some light. What is it?
Yes.
Fresh. It's a gym.
This is the gym, Dada.
This is the gym. This is it.
So against all odds, I actually managed to source, collect and build a home gym for $1,000 in under 24 hours. So all that's left to do now is have a good old workout, and I've got my gym buddy ready too. As you can probably see, this is not a complete home gym, but there are some very cheap accessories you can add to make a difference very quickly. You can find out what these accessories are in this video.
How much did you spend?
$989.
And that includes van hire and petrol?
Son of a